Hey, people, it's me, Kay. Welcome to my channel and welcome back if you're already a subscriber. So I'm doing something a little bit different, you guys. Using my webcam, I'm going to attempt to do a process of a tall skinny for my shop. Yeah, so I'm not going to edit. This is going to be raw. You're going to hear all the noises. So I apologize in advance. If you guys do happen to like this and it works and it comes out okay, then I will do part two. So part one, I am going to probably do the cover and put the signatures in, and then we'll see where we go for the next part. So I am using, let me show you what I'm using for the cover. So if you guys have this, maybe you want to join in. So I'm using this wallpaper from Dollar Tree, right? And I'm going to use the file folder as the base, also from Dollar Tree. And then I just pulled some random things from my stash, some stickers, envelopes. This is a card here in the same colors. And then this is the digital kit. Let me move this over here so you guys can see a little bit better. So this is the digital kit. I did that on the back from a different digital that you guys have seen me use many times before. I will link all the digitals in the description box. Oops. I have this all mixed up here. So yeah. If this works, then I will be so happy because, oh, this actually, it's not even supposed to be in here, but this is from the Love Letters digital that I did for the romantic tall skinny I just did. I put it on the vellum. This I had in my stash. I thought maybe I'll use it. It's the same colors, so maybe. Oh, more stickers. These are some book pages. And then this, I think, is going to be the inside cover. And then we're going to do these for the inside pages. So I thought they match really nicely. So it's not going to be a real theme. I'm going to, today, after I finish this, I'm going to print a little bit of ephemera, but probably most of the ephemera I'm going to make myself because this digital did not come with ephemera. So let's get started with, I think we'll do the cover first, and then we will put together our scissors. I do have other papers, music sheets, coffee dye paper, all that stuff as well. Actually, I need one of these digitals so I can determine what size we're doing. This is so weird doing it this way because, yes, I'm used to doing process videos, but I am used to using my phone so I can like stop and start. So doing this totally live, but not live. I don't know, you guys. So let me see how far we want to. This is how I measure. I don't. So I think I always do a little bit extra space just in case. Where's my pencil? Oh, goodness, I try to be a little bit prepared and I don't want to shake the camera. Where's my pencils at? Oh, goodness. Great. I have a bunch of pencils and now I can't find any. All right, I'm just going to use a marker. Just when you think you're prepared. and then you're not. So I'm just going to go a little. Can you guys see? The only good thing about this is I can see what you guys see in my laptop, my Chromebook rather. And then I'm just going to just do, I might cut that a little bit. That's a little bit too long. So we're going to start. I like to do it bigger, and then if I need to trim more, I'd rather do it too big than too small. That's what I'm trying to say. Not very well, but let's get the base cut. My big old trimmer out the way. So yeah, you guys. This is another reason why I don't do stuff like this, because like, what am I supposed to talk about? Well, let me first say this. I want to thank my new subscribers. You're new people here in the family. So, you know what? I'll tell you a little bit about myself. For those of you who don't know, those of you who have been around a long time, y'all can just mute me or fast forward this part. But I'll tell you a little bit about myself. For those of you who don't know who I am, so what am I doing? I think I'm going to do, you know what? Before we do the cover, let's do the inside pages so then I can gauge how big I want the cover to be. You know, if I need to trim it a little bit or something. Let me do that first. All right. So I have 2 of each of these because I'm going to be working on another tall skinny at the same time. But you guys will only see me do one. So I bought out double the things. I might need more papers, but for now we're gonna just use these. And yeah, so let me tell you a little bit about myself. So I go by Kay, but my real name is Kenya. Kay is like a nickname I got many years ago. And I just kind of kept it. Yeah, my name is Kenya. My brother named me. I am the youngest of 6. This is a vintage typing book that somebody in my building was throwing out a bunch of stuff, and I was like, "Ooh, can I have that?" She probably thought I was crazy. She's not a very friendly person. I actually haven't seen her in a long time. She's not very friendly, but yeah, she let me have it. So, I mean, she was throwing it out, so it's not like she could say no. So yeah, I'm the youngest of 6. Boy, I keep oh, there's a paper clip there. All right, I don't know what I'm really looking for. I wanted to pick a page that what is this? I mean, I looked through this, but I don't really remember seeing this before, but okay. Oh yeah, this is what I want. I want something like this. I don't know why, but I like that. All right, let's do that. Have something else like that in here. Oh, look at that. It has the letters. All right, let's just pick that one. All right, so like I was trying to say and keep interrupting myself. I'm the youngest of 6. And my youngest brother, there's 3 boys and 3 girls. That has a print on it. There's 3 girls and 3 boys. And I'm the youngest of all. And my youngest brother, when I was born, I had no name. I had no name for about a week. And yeah, I don't know what they were calling me, baby girl. I have no idea. But yeah, I had no name for a week. And so my brother was doing a report on Africa. And he said, Mom, let's name her Kenya. And that's how I got my name, from a map. So yeah, thanks to my brother, I got a name. And him and I were very close growing up. He passed away. Actually, I lost two brothers. My youngest brother passed away first, and then my second brother passed away a few years later. So yeah, I was very close to both of them. So it was a difficult time. Okay, I don't want this to be somber. Sorry, you guys. We're not talking about stuff like that. So yeah, I'm the youngest of six. Let's get back to that. That's how I got my name. I do have one child. I have a son, and he will be 33. Oh my goodness. In March. Actually, St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day has a weird meaning for me as well. And not to be more somber, but it is what it is. My mom passed away on St. Patrick's Day. Um, Not the same day my son was born. I lost my mom when I was 16, going on 17. And yeah, my son was born 5 years later on the exact same day. So it's a bittersweet day for me. But yeah. So yeah, I have a son, and I am single by choice, very happily single and content with just being Brooklyn's mom. Brooklyn is my dog. If you don't know, she is a pit bull mix. She is mixed with Doberman. And yeah, she's the daughter that I never had. She is my support system. She is my right hand. She is my partner in crime. Yeah, she's something else. It's funny because I didn't ask for her. She was a surprise. I always wanted a dog, but I didn't, I was like, I didn't have the time or the money to, you know, dogs are expensive. You have to pay for vet bills and all that stuff. And even though at the time I was working full time, um, still, still expensive. But an ex, well, he wasn't an ex at the time, but he's an ex now, uh, surprised me with her. And when I saw her and she looked at me and she fell asleep in my arms when I picked her up, I could not. I could not say no. I could not. I could not say no. So, yeah, she was the best thing that came out of that relationship. But yeah, so I do the best I can by her. Luckily, in my neighborhood, um, we got um, a vet clinic that caters to those of us who are low income. And so, depending on what your income is, some music sheets. Let me put one for the other one. Depending on what your income is, you either pay a small amount or you don't have to pay anything, which is amazing because, like I said, I don't have money like that. So I am blessed that I don't have to pay vet bills for Brooklyn. Yeah, so it's just me and her. And even though I do have a son, not to make this a somber or sad situation, my son and I's relationship, let's just say, is complicated. Um, yeah, so yeah, so it's complicated, and hopefully one day it won't be. And yeah, so it's just Brooklyn and I, and we are very happy. And hold this out. I'm trying not to shake you guys. All right, yeah. So let me just cut this border off first before I. Can I do them all at the same time? Let me not try. Let's do it this way. Yeah, so I'm very content, and like I said, for those of you who are new to my channel, I am a Christian. Um, Even though I've always been a believer, I did not give my life to Christ probably until a few years ago. I don't actually remember the exact date, but yeah, I didn't start living for Him, even though I called myself, well, I really didn't call myself a Christian. I said I was spiritual. That was the word I used, but yeah. Now I'm all in. I'm all in. I'm trying to figure out which way I want to cut, because I don't want to cut all the designs off. So I think I'm going to cut that this way, cut that this way. This one doesn't really matter. So this one doesn't matter. Okay. So, yeah, so I live in New York City, and I have lived here pretty much all my life, except for a couple of years. I lived in North Carolina. And what's so funny is when we moved to North Carolina, it was only a couple of years. I was probably about 8, maybe somewhere around there, because I remember doing 3rd grade in North Carolina. So it was a true culture shock for this. Oh, that was a dumb idea. What am I doing? See, you get to see all my mistakes. I'm trying to cut all 5 of them at the same time. What was I thinking? Anyway, sorry, guys. See, you get to see all the craziness that I do. Um, yeah, it was a culture shock for me. I did not like it at all. I did not like it at all. I am such a city girl. But now that I'm older, I can appreciate um, a slower pace, now that I'm older. Just want to make sure I'm not cutting. Okay. Yeah, I can appreciate it now. And now I'm ready to leave New York. I'm ready to leave and have a quieter um, place to live. Not too quiet. I don't need to live like in a like country, but quieter than New York. I mean, my neighborhood is not that bad, even though I live in public housing. I'm blessed because this area where I live is not like your typical public housing. I know people have their ideas of what public housing is, but not all of them are the same. And this area, I think, is a great area. I have, sorry, I just want to make sure I'm cutting the right way. Most of the people in my building are older. We have a few younger people, but most of them are older. Um, the maintenance workers take very good care of our building. They keep it really nice and clean. And okay, let's see. Sorry, I just need to make sure I'm cutting the right way. yeah, they keep it nice and clean, and put that back up there. Yeah, they keep it nice and clean, and you have your um, residents that don't care about anything their neighborhood, and you have the ones that don't pick up after their dogs and stuff like that. But for the most part, um, our building is clean, so that's amazing that it's clean. We have heat, which is so sad because during these brutal temperatures, there were some. Just making sure that's a good size. I don't need to cut it. I don't think I need to cut that. I don't need to cut this. Or this, or this, or this. Do I need to cut this? Nope. I know I need to cut these. All right, let's cut these down. I think I'm going to need some more paper. Yeah, so I'm blessed to live where I live because it is really nice and clean, and they take good care of the property here. But like I said, you have your people who don't care, and they make it messy and don't pick up after their dogs. But the maintenance workers do the best that they can. All right. Do I have everything cut? I think I have everything cut. All right. So let's see what we need and what we don't need. All right. Okay. So yeah. So I'm not one who I don't need a lot. So let me just show you how I cut it. I don't need a lot. I'm very simple. Doesn't take a lot to make me happy. So I am very happy with what I have. And trying to make this a little bit more organized. So it's not all over the place. So I'm going to pull my scraps. I have my little project cart next to me, so I can put my scraps in there. All right, so there's the digital. This up. Yeah, so it's just me in Brooklyn, and I used to work in the medical field. Let me finish telling you more about myself. I used to work in the medical field. I used to work both in administration and home health care for many years. When I was a home health aide, um, I loved my patients that I cared for. But one of them, she was moving from a house to an apartment because she had a stroke, which is why I was there to help her. And going up and down the steps was dangerous, so her son wanted to move her to an apartment building where she wouldn't have to worry about stairs. And she was very sad. She was very sad about. She did not want to leave her house, but it was for her best interest. And so I was helping her, which was not part of my job, but I did a lot of things that weren't part of my job. I was helping her pack, and in helping her to pack, I wasn't really paying attention to what I was lifting. And I went to lift a box that I thought was light, and it was extremely heavy. And I picked it up, and I don't know what I did to my back, but I did something. And that was the start of my back issues. And even though I went to my doctor and everything, trying to see what I want to put at the front first. So let me look at this really quick. I can do that, and I love the butterflies. I love that one too. I think I want this to be the first. Okay, so we have 8 digital covers. I kind of have a system, but don't. Kind of, sort of. See what I want to put here. I think I'm going to put this one here. And so what was I saying? I don't know, you guys. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So that was the start of my, I'm just going to put these in, and then I will see how I want to put things in between. Yeah, it was the start of my my back issues, right? So 1, 2, 3. Wait, 1, 2. I think I want to put that there. Yeah, it was the start of my back issues. You know, I keep stopping and starting because it's hard for me to talk and do this at the same time, I guess. Let's see. But did I skip one? Or is that the one that's going in the middle? I think that's the one that's going in the middle, maybe. Okay. All right. I think that's good. Yeah. So it's the start of my back issues, and I went to the doctor when I first did it, and honestly, she did not. I don't think she took it serious. She just like, oh yeah, you have sciatica, and that was pretty much it. So I continued to work. And one day my patient, she was very nervous about, like, I would have to hold her, hold her up when she was like walking outside so she didn't like stumble and fall. And I was helping her out of the cab that we had taken, and she kind of yanked me because she thought she was going to fall. I always tell her that I'm not going to hold you unless I know I got you. I'm not going to let you fall. But she was very nervous about me letting her fall. And so, yeah, when she yanked me, something in my back, like, it felt like a pop. I don't know what it was, but it felt like a pop. So that was the last day I worked for her because I was done after that. Like, my back issues were crazy. I'll probably end up moving this around, you guys. But for right now, I usually move things around a million times before I get it the way I want it. I just like to put it all in there, see how big it is, and then I see whether or not I need to take stuff out or put stuff back. I want to put this here. Yeah, I like that there. Yeah, so after that, I was having a lot of issues with my back. And, oh my God, do you hear my stomach growling? I'm so sorry. Embarrassing. I haven't had breakfast yet. I usually don't eat this early. It's a little bit after 11. I usually eat like noon, but oh my goodness. I hope you guys didn't hear that. That was so embarrassing. Yeah, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, so that was the start of my back issues. So after I injured it again, I could know you when you're a home health aide, you have to get clearance to go back to work when you're out, like on a, at least at that time, like on a, if you're like on a sick leave or something. So I could, my doctor would not, she would not give me clearance. She was like, yeah, no, you're going to have to find a new profession because, um, you can't stand another injury like that. So after that, I went back to work. I was out of work for a little while and then I went back to work. Um, Sorry, I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to put this. I went back to work doing medical records again. That's how I started. I started doing medical records and then I did medical records for a long, long, long time. And then I did home health aide and then I went back to medical records. So maybe I could put it here. Yeah, I think I like it there. So let's see how big it is. Not that bad. I think I do need a little bit more. Maybe, let me see. Do I need more writing paper? I feel like I need maybe one or two. Maybe one or two. I mean, even though you can write on this paper, I always like to have a little extra paper. So maybe I'll add maybe a loose leaf paper in here. All right. And then I don't know if I'm going to use this or not. I haven't decided. So I'm going to keep that out for now. Let's do the, oh, so now I can decide whether or not I need to trim. This is why I do it big, because once you put the pages in, you don't want to have too much overhang. See? That's perfect. You don't want to have too much overhang. See? That's perfect. Oh, that's the first. All right. So, what was I saying? Yes, I went back to working for medical records. And I was a temp. I joined a temp agency, and my first assignment became. Do I like that? Yeah, I think that works. I think it works. It became my first My first assignment became the long. I was a temp for almost 5 years because the place where I was working, um, they kept, I didn't want to be full time. I didn't want to work for them. I want to continue to be a temp because I felt I had more flexibility as a temp. And so I wanted to stay I wanted to stay a temp. So even though they wanted to hire me full time, I didn't want to work for them full time. So I sorry guys. I obviously can't talk as I do this because I'll get it extremely crooked. Let's see. Okay, I think that's good. Let's make sure that is on there good. And I'm going to stitch this off camera. All right, and then I'm just going to take my scissors. And I'm going to cut it. Yeah, so I stayed there for almost 5 years. And I opened my shop. Um, and then I got a job working as a babysitter, which I absolutely love. It was part-time. It was perfect. It was in walking distance from my house for this young couple who had 2 children, a boy and a girl. I absolutely adored them. And all I did was I picked them up from school and I brought them home. I helped them with homework if they needed help with homework. And my schedule was pretty light, you know. When the days were pretty good, I took them to the park. The boy loved basketball, so he would play on the basketball court. He was older. He was, let me see, when I started babysitting, I think he was probably about, wasn't a teenager yet, maybe 12, 11, something like that. And I worked with them up until COVID hit. And then um, obviously I couldn't work with them anymore. And so then my back issues started getting really bad. And I went to my doctor, and I had a new doctor by now, different doctor. And she sent me for an MRI. And this was the first time I was able to see how bad my back was. Like, I did not realize it was so bad. And um, I didn't realize I had a pinched nerve. I had stenosis of the spine, and what else was it? And then I developed arthritis later on, and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so this, I'm not sure if I want to peel it off or leave this on. I think the last time I did a wallpaper journal, I peeled it off. So I think I'm going to peel it off. So I'm not going to put any glue on the other side. I'm going to use the adhesive that's on here. And did I leave the edges? I'm trying to see. Do I want to fold the edges or not? I don't think I left enough room to fold the edges. So maybe I won't fold the edges. Maybe I'll just leave the edges raw. Yeah, so my back issues got, is that supposed to be like that? I think so. Okay. My back issues got really, really bad. And she sent me to pain management. And in pain management, they, there's probably a lot easier way to do this. But of course, I'm going to do it the hard way. All right, I'm going to be silent for a minute so I can kind of get this straight. This right way? Yeah, okay. So I can get it straight-ish. Uh, all right, I think it's straight-ish. Cut this off. And I can make a tag out of the leftover. I'm not going to worry about being super straight. I just want to get that big piece off. And I can use that piece for a tag or something. All right, let's get in a little bit closer. Yeah, so I went to pain management. Sorry, you guys. And I had, they gave me medication and injections that did not work. The injection worked for a day. I was pain free for one day, and that was about it. They wanted me to have my nerves burned, but I was like, yeah, no, thank you. I was like, nope, I don't think so. So I don't take the medication anymore because the doctor that I had that sent me for the MRI, she left. And so I have a new doctor. And he said that the medication that pain management had prescribed is not good when you have high blood pressure. So it's like the doctors can't really agree on anything. So I chose not to take any pain meds and to just, manage the pain as best I can. Oh, okay, that came out pretty good, right? Okay, ma'am. I'm gonna end the video in a minute. Get down. You've been such a good girl. Okay, let me see. Let me see you be a good girl. Get down. Get down. Okay. All right, guys. So I'm going to end it here for now. And depending if you guys like this part, will determine if I do another part. So let's see what it looks like. Oh, I like it. What do you guys think? I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. So yeah, that's it for now. And give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Let me know if you want a part 2. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. And I will see you in the next one. Till next time, have a great one. Bye.